the question of digitalization and automation of work tasks. So there's a number of different concepts. Maybe you can touch on those that you feel mostly about, but one is about the so-called sharing economy. Another you mentioned in your talk is about crowd labor. And we also have a question on cryptocurrencies and bitcoins and onecoins. What do you think about this in the concept of the precariat and basic income?
I think we're seeing a technological revolution. We all know about it, about the nature of labor changing. I think that is one of the reasons why Article 1 and 2 of the Precariat Charter about the need to reconceptualize what it is we mean by work. Many forms of work are not considered as work. Many forms of work that the precariat has to do are ignored altogether. Automation and robots and technology, the latest debate is about, no jobs in the future. They've said that historically again and again and again and again, when any time there's a technological revolution. But the amount of work that we are doing and want to do and would like to do is multiplying. Most of us spend far less time than we would like caring for our children, our parents, our friends, our communities. We'd like to do more, honestly. But you can't because you're under pressure. But there's plenty of things to do that's work. And I feel that the automation scare is actually something that we can control socially. And although it's transforming the nature of labor and creating more insecurities, as long as we have institutions to protect people, then we needn't be too fearful, because it will open up spaces where we can do more of those forms of work that we would all like to do, including learning more. We're seeing a horrifying deficit in knowledge of social civics, your culture, your history, your art. They don't help you get a job. So therefore they're undervalued in academia and people are spending less and less time. So often people don't know the first thing about their own history. I ask Swedes, do they know about their equivalent of the Magna Carta of 1319? So far I can tell you I'm still asking people to describe the details of that agreement drawn up between your feudal aristocrats and a 6-year-old king who was forced to accept them. Did you know that? But that's the point. I'm sure most of you did, so I'm not wanting to score points. But the point is that more and more people are not having enough time and inclination to be studying their own history and culture and art and so on. And therefore, you don't develop the capacity to be critical and subversive. And that is vital. And that is what they want, the few. Because then they can manipulate us at election time with a few slogans, with charismatic politicians saying all pretty things, and manipulating us with images because we don't know. And you'll find it's too complicated for me, please. It's too complicated. Well, simply because you haven't had the education in that sphere. So we have many things to do. And if these automation developments could be linked to policies to enable us to do that, great. But that's why we need more control. But not fear for it.